false advice to be contented in life. It was a fine morning when the Guru took his disciple for a long walk through the jungle. The Guru said that one should be unanimous in happiness and sorrow. Quoting Krishna from the Gita, he said, a yogi is one who has no desire and sorrow, who has no anger or discontentment, who has no ambition or delusion, and one who exists in a state of complete detachment. Even though the yogis live in material world like lotus in a pond in which water never sticks, nothing sticks to yogi's mind. The yogi does his duty without bothering about the results. Onto his last breath, a yogi would keep doing his duty. Such yogis are called karma yogis, and that is what one should aim to achieve in life. As they walked past a pond in which a water buffalo was lying, half immersed, the stupidest among the disciples prostrated before it. The Guru was livid and asked what the disciple was doing. The disciple replied, Guru, I have met the greatest yogi alive. This water buffalo is exactly as you said. He is contented, has no desire except his food and water, has no ambition, and has no attachment. Even water does not stick to his thick skin, though he spends half the time of his life in water. See his face, how contented he is. He does his duty without bothering about the result. When the farmer uses him to till the soil, the buffalo yogi is not bothered about whether the harvest will be good or whether the rains will come. He does his duty until his last breath. Even when the butcher comes to slaughter him, he would be not thinking about death, but chewing his last bundle of grass without worry. A buffalo is the greatest yogi, and I am prostrating before him. The folk tale humorously depicts that the only creatures that are contented are the ones who do not do anything or do not aspire to achieve anything. We have seen many modern spiritual gurus and books that advise people to be contented. We have been conditioned to think that being contented is a noble goal. Now, imagine a world where the first humans were very contented. They were very happy with their nakedness, happy with hunting, eating raw fish, and happy with the cave they hid in or the tree they dwelled in. Would human civilization ever progress beyond savagery? It was when humans became discontented with the discomfort of heat and cold that they invented clothes. They invented fire for light, cooking, and protection from wild animals. They made wheels to travel faster, being dissatisfied with the speed of their two legs. They tamed animals so that they could exploit them for milk, wool, leather, and labor. A contented human would have never done all these things. Every discovery and invention is a product of discontentment. Everything man made is a result of humans yearning for more. The one thing that separates us from animals is our refusal to accept the limitations given by nature. Discontentment is the very nature of humans. Yet, all religions ask you to be contented. Maybe they are addressing a different audience. The man of action is free from karma, who receives with contentment whatever befalls him, who is poised above the dualities, who is devoid of jealousy or envy or enmity, and who looks equal on gain and loss. The Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, verse 22. This quote was from the Paramahansa Yogananda's Gita Bhasya, and it was written to encourage spiritual pursuits and to not live a householder's life. Many spiritual masters agree that contentment is a noble goal and a part of spirituality. Pause for a moment to reflect. Most of us are often content with what this life has to offer. We may strive to have a better car, a bigger house, or more money, perhaps, and we get judged for such small desires. The so-called spiritual seekers, on the other hand, are not content with ordinary life. They want more, an entry to heaven where there is plenty of entertainment, a chair near God, an escape from the cycle of life, moksha, and so on. Compared to such lofty desires of the spiritual seeker, the desires of a materialistic people like us sound so modest. So it is extreme discontentment that may take you to the spiritual path. This is another good reason to be discontented in life if you believe being spiritual is a good thing. When you read stories from scriptures, we find that, like many pieces of a puzzle, the one about contentment is rarely followed. Most characters in mythology rarely followed the advice to be contented. What was the need for Pandavas to fight a war? If Duryodhana had denied them their claim to the throne of Hastinapur, they would have been contented with what they had and lived a peaceful life. Instead, why did they fight a bloody war that killed so many people? We encounter many Maharishis and sages who were not contented at all with what life had to offer and subjected themselves to immense mental and physical torture through penance to achieve more spiritual power. What happened to the sense of contentment? Why were they so ambitious? Why are religious institutions building grand temples, churches, mosques, etc., without being content with simpler structures? Why the expensive religious rituals, pagans, processions, etc., pageants, processions, etc.? Why are the religions that advise being content not content with less number of followers? I'm not blaming them for their lack of contentment because man is not supposed to be content. It is the hypocrisy of their false advice to common people that I find problematic. Developing a sense of discontentment is the key to success in life.